I am driving over an hour out of my way to pick this particular item up. Fiber thins. Gotta keep up with the fiber, especially if you're as stressed as me. Okay, let's see how this turns out, because I don't know really what to expect here. I'm driving just a little over an hour, probably a couple of hours, 2 to 2.5 hours, considering I have something else to pick up here at Target. But I am driving over an hour out of my way to pick this particular item up that is unfortunately a little late to try to utilize for Halloween, but circumstances were out of my control, and I figured, you know what, let's do a vlog style kind of video to pretty much just make funny, ridiculous content centered around this particular piece. So let's go get it. Alright, here's the pickup from Target. Before we go and pick up the main thing from this video, the amazing Bagman. The amazing Bagman, as you can see right there. We'll see how this turns out for the review, but I figured it went on sale here at Target. I don't know if it's an exclusive. I think it is. It might not be, because I don't think I have seen it. But I had it on order at one point, but the card had a problem, and instead of actually just letting me switch the card, they straight up canceled the order. But then it went live for pickup at this particular Target that's over an hour away, and I managed to sneak in that order for pickup, and now it's under my possession. We'll see if it tickles my fancy the way I like to be tickled. Pause. But we'll see, because I'm looking at those feet. God damn! Alright, just came to Gamestop. Before I enter though, a couple notes on that Bagman figure. First of all, I kind of lucked out, and one of the incentives to want to buy him and potentially keep him is because Target was actually throwing in a 25% off coupon that I was able to redeem and qualify that figure for it. So I was able to get 25% off. Awesome. Shave off a little bit of the hurt of getting one of these Marvel Legends that might just be a repaint, but we'll see once we get to the review. And then the second thing is that when I walked in, naturally I had to go and check out the McFarlane section, the Marvel Legends section, and also the collectors section, whether it be with NECA stuff or other little toy haul portions of Target. And I noticed that this particular Target had a slew of the gold label animated series Batman figures. Those big ones with the stand, the light up stand. 4 of them just completely right there out in the open, ready to be taken. To me, it looks like reviews, including my own, are starting to make the waves on YouTube, letting people know that it does not be worth it. Anyways, enough about that. Let's go and get this piece de resistance from GameStop. I didn't even know it was going to be in this giant ass box, but yeah, let's let everybody know that I'm carrying a giant cat head. Anyways, let's go home and try it out. So there you have it. This is the big thing that I went all the way down there for. I know. Now, David, why the hell did you get this at of all places, GameStop? This happens to be an exclusive to GameStop, but more importantly, it was
dirt cheap. It was super cheap. It was actually being kind of clearance, not only because we are kind of putting Halloween behind us, but also this is GameStop that we're talking about. They are, for lack of better terms, kind of sort of going out of business. That's why right now, if you virtually go to any GameStop in your vicinity, you will find a very girthy clearance table that actually might have a couple of nifty little stuff, especially if you're an action figure collector, if you are into pops, if you are into some form of like just anything that has to do with like apparel or pop culture. I recently got like a ramen bowl, but it had anime designs of Batman on it, so I figured why the hell not? Why not, try and get it, especially because it was on a clearance sale for only like about $6. And this guy, despite it being tagged still at the $49.99 that you guys did see on the box there, trust me, that's not what I paid. $15. $15 for this? I figured, you know what? I'm a content creator. This will have some form of use, especially with the upcoming release of Miles Morales on PC and Steam Deck. So I figured this is most definitely going to come in handy, whether it be for like a skit or something, or some kind of just nifty little fun dress up. I do admire that they went ahead and threw in whiskers. You can actually have whiskers here on the side that I think are colored even. I think these are kind of, I don't know if it's like the reflection or something, but it looks like they're kind of colored brown. I don't know. I don't get it, but overall, I mean, it's just made out of this foam. You can kind of see through the lenses here because they're made out of that kind of like fishnet kind of fabric, so that you can see from both sides as long as you're like super close like this. Otherwise, they kind of look like lenticular lenses, like for the Spider-Man mask, or the Spider-Cat mask. But my biggest problem with it, where the quality does come into questioning, is that you can see it's a little lopsided, almost like the stitching is just a little off, especially when you take into account the neck hole right here that I put myself into. It looks like it's flat here, but then the head is just kind of coiling or bending its way towards this direction. I guess in this particular instance, you get what you pay for, but for those that paid full price for it back in the day, I'd say that this was probably a regrettable purchase. But for me, just to kind of do something like this, it's not bad. Okay, so taking that into account, basically the gloves, they're pretty much just felts that you can slip your hands into with the paw pattern on one side, and you can pretty much put them on either side. There's no specific kind of patterning or orientation to them, so they could pretty much go on any hand here. But as you can see, it's gonna make texting just a little bit difficult. But at least grabbing things is more or less kind of easy because you can still kind of fold them and bend them. So if we were to take the entirety into consideration here, sorry if I'm bumping the mic a little too much, but basically, there you go. And overall, I'm pretty happy with this from a look and goofy and just, content creation standpoint. I'm definitely going to try to utilize this as much as possible because it's fun. It's fun to dress up, and I figured that this was pretty much a pretty bittersweet ending to a Saturday afternoon, somewhat well spent. I say somewhat because even though I was able to acquire this for a very cheap price, the bitter part comes in the form of me coming home to my hometown here, stopping by another Target because I actually did need some groceries, and so I decided to check out the Marvel Legends section in the toy aisle, only for me to discover that Bagman was here at home the entire time, meaning I could have saved about an hour's worth of a drive if I had known, which I couldn't have because the Target app is kind of shit sometimes. It really is. It didn't show me that it was in stock up here. So yeah, that well, I guess depending on who you ask, that's probably some poetic comeuppance for me. But either way though, at least got myself this guy to prepare for the Miles Morales on Steam Deck video that I'll be putting up here on the channel very soon, as well as reviews for that bombastic Batman, as well as other Marvel Legends. And then, of course, we cannot forget Batsy with the McFarlane toy reviews. So I'm going to keep on chugging along, as well as a potential review or maybe video essay on the very sad case of Gotham Knights. Still playing it. I think I'm about halfway done with the game, but trust me, I'm trying to explore as much of that title as possible before I deliver a final verdict. And if you guys want to stay tuned for that, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. If you guys enjoyed this really stupid video, then please hit the thumbs up button. If not, then hit the thumbs down. And as always, guys, stay humble. And Bodega Cat will see you on the next one.